Hi everyone. So just an update on how things are going. So today I'm wearing my blue wig, and the reason why I have wigs is one of the biggest reasons was I thought, well, I've lost my hair, so why not have some fun with it? I mean, and so, first thing that came to mind, get a blue wig with silver streaks in it. But yeah, I mean, you can develop your style any way you want. You can wear wraps, you can wear hats, you can wear nothing and dress it up with earrings and some cool as lippy and stuff like that. I just think just own it. So and my legacy sisters have really helped and encouraged me in that area as well. So yeah, just own it. And so today we have the blue wig, and next time I might have the blonde one, who knows. But yeah, so in terms of an update, with, as you know, I have had some tests lately, and so those tests were looking at the tumour and what's going on with it. So in October, when I was diagnosed, the tumour was about 12 centimetres, and as of a couple of weeks ago it was half that. Yeah, high five. Yeah, so really excited, and a really awesome note to that as well is it hasn't spread anywhere, because spreading places make things a lot more difficult, very difficult. But I've had full faith in God, to be honest, about that particular side of things, about spreading, that it was going to be okay. It's currently encapsulated, so it's got a capsule around it, and that has been prodded, that has had 2 large needles go into it twice, which the doctors knew could actually cause it to seed, what they call, and spread to other areas. But they needed to know how aggressive the cancer was, because they needed to know how to treat it. And so they found out that it was quite an aggressive one, so hence the reason why they've been treating it quite aggressively, and I've had to come in every second weekend and spend a few days in hospital. And then the next steps are I'm going to be doing radiation, and that will be in a couple of weeks. So that'll be a new kind of part of the journey for me, what radiation is going to be like. It'll be also happening at the same time as chemo, so be getting the double whammy. Yeah, so yeah, we'll meet those challenges as we get there. I don't like to worry about things, because worrying is not going to do anything. Literally, it's just going to make your head go boom. So I don't worry about that stuff. I just meet the challenges as they arise. Yeah, so and I've got full faith in God that He's got my back, and He has had my back, hasn't He? Because you can see the amazing stuff that that's happening, like with chemo. Remember how I was talking about all the different side effects that were happening and stuff like that? That was so challenging. Like, I didn't even think I even gave it justice, to be honest, about what it really feels like to go through that stuff. And yeah, I was, I would cry in the shower about what was happening, about how sore I was, and how, like, I didn't feel like I could do this anymore. I was to the point where I didn't even want to turn up to chemo, because it was just like I would just get better, just about get better, and then it was time to go through it again and then get sick again. Like, you're gonna like feel yuck afterwards, and the side effects that happened was just like ugh. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Like, literally would never wish that on anybody. Like, doesn't matter what they've done. Yeah, I wouldn't. But yeah, like every single thing, like I prayed about, like I cried in the shower about the hot and cold flushes, because it was really hard to manage, and then the cold flushes would make me feel like I had like the flu, and like my body, like my spine would get sore, and like it would just be really, really sore, my whole body to touch anything. Any slight bit of wind, like if the window was open, it would just send me down so quick. And I prayed to God about that, and He healed me. Honest, He healed me of that. Like, I don't get that anymore. There are some other, all those other symptoms that I spoke about, like, pretty much, yeah, they're all gone. Honest, He's healed me of that. And with chemo, you're supposed to get sicker and sicker, and I'm getting better and better. So I'm just thankful that, yeah, I'm just so thankful, like, so thankful. Yeah, I just don't even know what to say. Yeah, I'm so thankful, because that has released me to be able to, like, just be a mum. And that was one of my most important things, to be able to lift up my son. And man, my son is a unit. He is too. He's such a unit. And then I go to pick him up, and I've got strength enough to do that now. I can give them a shower. I can get them ready for kohanga. Most mornings, some mornings, like, there are days, to be honest, there are days where I just need to sleep for pretty much most of it. And but that's okay. Like, that's okay. Like, it's free of a lot of those other symptoms that I used to experience. But having down days, that's okay. It's just my body needing to recoup, and from all the treatment and things like that. And I've got an awesome support team, awesome support network, awesome support. My family is amazing. So yeah, it makes, yeah, it's okay. And the other thing that I was going to talk about was radiation. So I had to go in for a planning CT. So a CT scanner is just like this big circle thing, and you lie on the bed, and it just like go in and out of it. And they had to do tattoos on me. And I was like thinking, oh yeah, not like real tattoos, but yeah, real tattoos. They had to do 3, and so it was to help them each time to line up the CT scanner thingy that shoots out the radiation, so that it lines up every time when the beam goes to target the tumour. Yeah, so I was a bit freaked out about that. I've got a tattoo, by the way, and it kind of made me a bit scared about it. I can see my baby's drawing. Yeah, it made me a bit freaked out about it, but I was like, okay, you've had 4 children, you've had a tattoo, you can at least do 3 little dots. And the 3 little dots were pretty okay. It wasn't as burny as I'm pointing over here because that's where I didn't have my tattoo. Yeah, so it wasn't as bad as that. But yeah, there was one of them that really did hurt. But not unbearable. Been through worse. So yeah, the journey is going well. I mean, I've done over half the chemo now, so that's really awesome. It felt like a never-ending story, to be honest, but with God on my side and helping me through all the side effects, it's been okay. It's been good, and getting better and better. And then with the radiation is the next step, and then after that, they're wanting to send me down to Christchurch to get to have surgery to remove it, because that's down in Christchurch is where the specialist is, and well, the specialist is where I want to be, and the specialist will be the chosen person by God to do the operation. So So he'll be well and able. Yeah, so I wouldn't say looking forward to it, like excited about it, but at the same time I am confident that God's got my back the whole way, so I don't need to fear. Each journey that comes along the way, He's just gonna help me through it. He's just gonna guide me through it. And yeah, well, He says that He loves me so much. From the day that I was in His body, I was in my mother's womb, you know, He put so much love into forming me. Yeah, which indicates to me that He was the first person to ever love me. And yeah, and that He's loved me with such intensity from the moment that He thought of me and decided to put me in my mother's womb. So why would I not put trust in a God who loves me so much, who knows everything about me, because He created that in me. So yeah, so that's where I get my trust from, is having that relationship and knowing truly how deeply He loves me. So yeah, and that's the same for everybody watching, and especially for everybody, but especially for those, I just want to shout out to those that are going through this, either yourself or your family member, you know, give God a go through the situation. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to sign off. And coming up, me and my cousin and my sister are going to do a get ready with me. So for those of you who are going through chemo and want to get some, you know, see how we do the wigs and the makeup and all of that kind of stuff, well then come and check this out. Yeah, it'll be coming up in a couple of weeks.